Hello, everyone. It's day 76. Today was all about web APIs. I started watching some videos last night, and then I was reading up on Mozilla Docs about it as well. Specifically, drag and drop and web speech API. Drag and drop, I've always wanted to know how that worked or whatever. I had added, I don't know how many videos to my watch later list on YouTube. So I finally was like, you know what, I'm gonna watch them. So I watched a couple of them, followed along. I haven't implemented that in like a little app yet, but it's coming. The majority of my time though was spent with the web speech API. It's two ways you can use it: speech recognition or speech synthesis. Speech recognition is it literally opens your microphone if you give it permission and takes what you say, and you can grab the text and then do something with the text. And then speech synthesis is you can give the system voice, whatever your default system voice is, text, and it'll actually say it out loud. Still trying to figure out how to change the voice. Like I read somewhere that you could, it was like speech synthesis.voices or something like that was a method. And there was like so many options based on your operating system you could choose from, but I really didn't tinker with that one or whatever. But yeah, I definitely want to change it because I really don't like the voice that comes with my laptop. But yeah, I did two little toy apps. The first one was the dark mode toggle switch. I've never implemented dark mode, so or made a toggle switch that I can think of. So I looked at Florin Pop. He had a simple toggle button or whatever. So I looked at that, and then I was like, because I had been dealing with the web speech API. I was like, I wonder, is there a way that you could like change it with your voice? So I just kept tinkering with it, and I was able to get the color to change. But I was like, dang, how do you get the button to move? Because like that was like the whole effect. If the button didn't move with it, it kind of was pointless. And I figured it out. And I was like, yeah, so that was cool. Then I was like, I want to do something with speech recognition because I was just using the voice. So of course, we went back to the handy dandy notes app or to-do list or whatever. However, I've seen it's a couple videos floating around on YouTube. I think Traversy Media did one, but they just do talk to text. I never really saw anybody take it a couple steps further and like manipulate the text that you just got in or whatever. So I was just practicing doing a to-do list. So it actually works regular. I just didn't bother to make a video of that because that really wasn't the cool part. Although I didn't do the edit button functionality, I'm still thinking about how I want that one to show up. I'm thinking what I want to do is when you click that button, a modal pops up. But anyway, we'll see. So I got that going. I added just a little bit of CSS just to make it look decent, but I'm by no means done styling or whatever. But yeah, I was like, I wonder, is there a way to like control changes with the voice? Like I know you can add text, like instead of typing in the input box, grab the text that you got using speech recognition. But I was like, I wonder, can you actually like manipulate stuff once you get that text or whatever, besides just like flicking a button, you know? So I kept tinkering with it, and I figured out how I could get the element. I have like a paragraph inside of a div with like a label beside it to have the checkbox come up. And so I finally figured out how to, traverse the DOM to get that element's parent. But I was like, dang, how do you get inside of that one more level, to isolate just that paragraph, because the text is in a paragraph, to change that part. So I kept tinkering with it. I had like a lot of console.log just to see like what I was grabbing. And I looked up, parent.node or .parent node. So when you have a HTML collection, apparently each element inside of that is a node. So when you do dot children, I think for me anyway, I'm pretty sure it gave me like slightly different results. But when I used dot node, it gave me what I was looking for, or I mean parent node with a capital N, it gave me what I was looking for. So kept doing that. The first thing I was able to implement was taking, when you say add, I figured out like it only works if you use like a keyword in front of whatever you're gonna say. And then I take that input, take the first word, and then that tells me what method function I need to pass the rest of the text into, and then I do something with that text, be it edit, delete, or whatever. So I figured that part out, and then I was trying to figure out how to delete it. I figured out how to delete it by using the button, which still took a minute just doing it that way. And then kept tinkering with it, still using that parent node thing. I think I had to turn the node list or HTML collection into an array, and then I had to, I think, use like a for each loop, because I had to go inside like 3 levels, because it's inside a section, and then I have a section is like the whole container for all the notes, and then inside of that is a div, and then inside of that div is 2 divs, the buttons, and then the label and the checkbox and the text. It's like I had to go down so many levels. That's what kind of make it a little difficult, probably more difficult than it had to been. But anyway, so I finally figured that out. But yeah, I was so excited when I figured out how to delete it. Like I was so close. I would get like the element right above the one that I needed. And like, I knew how to like manually grab it, because like I got the children array and then found, I think, the first element in the children array or something, but like that was hard coding. I need to like dynamically know like, you know, how to always get the right element every time. So I finally figured that out. Next, I need to implement the edit functionality. Like I said, I think I want to maybe add a modal, like have a modal pop up and then put another record button in there, and then do it that way. I think that'll work. What was I gonna say? So there is a way that you can have continuous speech recognition. However, it literally picks up everything and it always runs. So like, for example, 4 would have been one entry, for example, would have been another. Like, it just keeps adding one word or whatever. So I feel like it would be really difficult to find the chunk that you actually want, along with all the garbage that it would have, added as well. You call it a transcript. You have to go inside the speech recognition. I think you have to go down like 2 levels, and then on that, whatever it's called, is a transcript, and that's where your text actually is that it takes from the microphone or whatever. But yeah, definitely glad that I ditched that planner app, just because, like, I don't know, my motivation is just like through the roof right now, just because, I don't know, this stuff is so cool. But yeah, it's definitely what I needed. Like, I always think coding is interesting, but like when I really find something like this, especially something I couldn't figure out and I finally figured it out, like it like unlocks another level in me or something. I don't know. But yeah, definitely had a ball today. It was really just intended on being just a practice app just to see what I can do. Because like I had another project in mind. However, just based on like what I've accomplished so far, I want to like take this notes app a little further. Yes, it's a notes app. However, like I literally searched on YouTube and I didn't see anything for vanilla JavaScript anyway. There's another API, well, an actual API or external or whatever you call it, API, called like Speechly or something like that. For what I can see, it's more so meant to be used with React. I think it said somewhere that you could use it with vanilla JavaScript, but like the only example that I found on YouTube, the guy was using React or whatever. I want to say it has way more functionality than the regular web speech API. However, I was able to manipulate the web speech API for what I needed. So, I mean, I'm cool with that. So, but yeah, day 76, definitely a great day.